How will you tell a Somali from Somalia, and a Somali born and bred in Wajir, Garissa, and Mandera, or even Trans Nzoia here? There's no difference. The clans are the same, the language is the same, religion is the same, the culture is the same. It took that vetting committee of elders to say, this Mulango, really, you are people from Somalia, you're not Kenyans. That has been removed, replaced with what? Do they know the kind of disaster that is creating? Because when you're going to have people coming here, getting IDs, they become Kenyans, they use the same to get passports, they travel out there, they go and cause mayhem. Yeah, they'll be regarded as Kenyans. Yeah. So the Kenya will be a country that is sending out people who are going to cause a lot of trouble there. Because some people are just out to make mischief. The president was not very well advised. Of course, that vetting also has its own weaknesses, very major weaknesses. But what they didn't know is that the vetting process again was even more conducive to foreigners. Because they had money, they will come and bribe the committees and they'll get what? They'll get ideas. It even made it more difficult for Kenyans themselves to get ideas. But I believe there is a better way of ensuring the Kenyans get their ideas, yeah, without causing unnecessary delays, and also preventing foreigners from getting ideas. I can assure you, in another 5 or so years, we'll have enough foreigners here with Kenyan IDs registered as voters. They're going to be voted for as MCAs, as MPs, as governors, and that will be even possible to have a foreigner voted for as the president of this republic. Look at them, we issue even birth certificates. Those guys can just get birth certificates. Yeah. Then they'll get all these other documents. So that decision looks very populist. But it's a very wrong decision. And I want my words to be marked, because very soon you are going to see sheer hell. You're going to see sheer hell happening because of that simple decision.
The selfishness of the politicians that we have in this country, it is what is messing up this country. We all have to agree about this. People being selfish, they get into power and they forget the people put them there. Our constitution being mutilated to fit their interests. We have to agree very well here that the billionaires we have in town right now in this country are the governors, the MPs, the senator. No, senators don't have much. The presidents. Those are the new billionaires we have in town. The rich people right now. Those are the rich people who are having money without businesses. So therefore, somehow they have mixed up things to fit their interests. Why am I doing this? William Ruto has lost Mount Kenya. Has realized he cannot win the entire western region. He has realized Nyulu Nyanza, they might not come out to vote for him. He has realized inheriting the entire Raila Amolo Odinga support, it's not easy. Now he's creating his own Mount Kenya after losing the real Mount Kenya. So he has gone to create his own Mount Kenya in Northeastern through Marsabit, Wajir, Mandera, Garissa. Isiolo said no. And then he did something which every Kenyan right now, any elite Kenyan is asking himself, was this really necessary just because of power? Putting the lives of the common man in danger simply because he wants to retain the 2027 presidency. One of the things that has been affecting this country, it is insecurity. During Uru's time, we got attacks here and there. People lost their lives in those attacks. People got injured. Properties were destroyed. And we felt the impact of the consequences of Al-Shabaab within the country. I was one time in Homa Bay High School, and then I was with a certain gentleman called Billy, I think. This Billy, he was supposed to, he had another Islam name, let me call it, Oriya name, let me say that way. Then this guy, when he was getting an ID, he was denied while others got it. Then I asked him, why has your form rejected? This guy, I saw in his face how he felt disappointed for lacking the ID, yet he had attained the age 18 years. Others received it. I felt bad as an individual. Then asked him again, is there any way you guys, if you go home, can get it? He said it might even be harder there. The process is long. I later on went to research, and I realized that the crisscrossing of between checking the state in Somalia and Kenya here, so people could prefer Kenya better than Somalia. So the crossing of the border now and then could have resulted having Somalians in Kenya, the Somalis, people from Somalia to come to Kenya and then get IDs because they share everything with the current Somalis we have in the country. So they undergo a certain process where you must be certified to be, or confirmed, verified to be a Kenyan citizen through the elders of that place. People are able to tell, this is ours, he belongs to this family, this is his people, so we can confirm he's one of us. Then now go ahead and give him an ID. The process was basically genuine. It was not because this is a Muslim. It's because of the crisscrossing, the sharing of the names and everything, culture, appearance. So nobody could differentiate them. That's why the wazees were being brought, as Natembeya has explained it. So basically, considering what the danger the country was facing as far as the Al-Shabaab presence in Somalia was concerned, that was very necessary. Now, President William Ruto has decided to scrap it off to allow people register. And I heard the border was also opened. So what do we expect? Natembeya is not just a common mwananchi. Natembeya is a former police regional commissioner, county commissioner, someone who has served in government for quite some time. Amevaa kirauni for some time. So it is somebody who understands the security protocols in this country. And he understands very well what it means for that vetting that is happening there to take place for people to get an ID. So whenever he speaks, I don't even just take him as a politician, because even if it's a politician side, he has been a sober politician for quite some time now, ever since William Ruto took power. So in a nutshell, we can also say here and state it categorically that Natembeya is right. The country is being put in danger. No hatred here. It's simply taking precautions. Because when we saw the people come to Westgate killed, we saw the people were there. And these people had the possibility to mess up this country. You know? In a nutshell, we cannot really wait as a country and see Al-Shabaab being welcomed to the country. Get ideas. From Natembeya's statement, there's one simple thing that has touched me. They open the borders, and Al-Shabaab comes into the country, gets registered, gets an ID, and then later on, this gentleman travels maybe to the US, to the UK, to Uganda, to any other part of this world, and then commit a crime. For instance, the normal ones that they do, that is bombing places and right, left, and center, or even killing, committing suicide. Then it's found that this is a Kenyan citizen with the Kenyan identity who has committed this kind of what you call a terrorist attack. What will happen to the common other citizens who didn't know about these things? This takes me back to the story that you're talking about, President William Ruto making decisions from the selfish part of interest, from the selfish part of perspective, simply to go and get the presidency in 2027, simply to get the 4 million that he has lodged from Mount Kenya. Yet he knows very well the problem he has done is forgetting the common mwananchi, not solving the problems that Kenyan mwananchi is experiencing. Instead of that, him is taking care of the housing projects to give his billionaires who funded his campaigns. In a nutshell, I feel strongly that that is very wrong, and the government must retract everything that they have been doing. They have to reverse what they have been saying. As far as William Ruto has to reverse, even if people are getting IDs, there must be proper verification of the identities, the origin of these people. But those genuine people from Northeastern, get registered. I'm having a feeling that William Ruto can get more votes from the Northeastern region, but not by making it careless, by ensuring that they have gotten water. then ensuring that floods that do come each and every year, they'll find a way to tame the water, even take affordable housing there, and have those houses for them so that when floods come, we don't see people being swept away. At least ensure the hunger that is always experienced there, it is not there again. They have food through maybe forms of irrigations and something of that sort, because crops can grow there. I don't know what's your take, but I feel this is welcoming Al-Shabaab in the country. And probably the president should reverse that. My name is Abel Mokwa. Let me see you in the comment section what you think.